Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Sorry about not posting yesterday, as I was kind of busy with just life in general. Um, didn't really trade a whole lot yesterday, but did take some losses, and I'll review that here in a second. First and foremost, if you are new, please subscribe, and if you are someone that's been around for a little while, if you don't mind, drop a like. And let's get into it. All right. So, first thing I want to talk to you guys about is just overall discipline. All right. As a trader, you have to have discipline. And over the past several weeks in early start to the month, I've been relatively disciplined until up until the last 2 days where I've kind of just gotten too comfortable. Once again, comfortability sneaks in. You start to slack up. And whenever you do, that's when the market will take advantage of you and cause you to lose. So if you lack discipline, you will lose in this game. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Something I'm working on every day as a trader. Something I hope everyone that is a day trader will work on. And it's not even. It doesn't even apply just to trading. It applies to life in general. And if we slack or not disciplined in our lives on a day-to-day basis, then that it will seep over into our trading and cause us havoc, right? So first and foremost, just make sure you guys as a trader, you have discipline. Secondly, make sure you are mentally in the right space, right? Try not to bring in um, outside, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Outside interferences into the market with you. Try to leave that at the door before you walk into your office, before you step onto your the trading floor, wherever you're at. As soon as you get to your desk, everything about the life around you goes out the door. Try not to let it interfere with your trading and your mentality. Today, I woke up and I was not in the best state of mind mentally. That should have been uh, issue number one, red flag number one that I should have seen. I was not prepared mentally for the day today. I figured I'd just come in, make a trade, make some money, bada bing, bada boom, and you get out. That was not the case. I ended up losing pretty decent amount. Actually, ended up losing an account today. As some of you know, I've been shooting for uh, Apex. Some of you guys out there know what Apex is, but I've been funded, defunded, funded once again, defunded again, funded, made some money, and then finally the account that I was actually making money on, I decided to blow up today. And that will happen when you lack discipline. So thankfully, I was able to extract a little bit of money, but that's not all it is, right? Discipline is huge, and if you lack it, you will lose. So just want to get that out the way. Hopefully, for myself and anybody that does struggle with discipline going forward, I will be more meticulous in the way that I structure my trades. I'll check myself at the door before I sit down at my desk, make sure that I'm mentally in the right state of mind to trade, because if I'm not, I will self sabotage and do exactly what I did today, which was fight a trend and lose heavily. So, discipline will cause you guys to lose. I feel like that's why 99% of the traders out there lose. And if you want to be in the top 1%, man, you have to be very disciplined. Kudos to those out there that are willing to be patient, have no fear of missing out, and know when to get in and when to get out of their trades. I did have one on the bright side. Out of all the losing trades today, I did have one killer trade that I wish I would have taken advantage of, and is my classic setup that I will show you guys here in a second. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go over our monthly. All right. So over the past few weeks, few months, we've been trading in a large range. So I've decided to identify these as extremes and what our actual balance is. So we're in a trading range. We're going to say that this monthly extreme high is 43.2750. So the high back from August of last year is our extreme balance high, is what we're going to label that. Our extreme monthly balance low is October of last year, October of 2022. Last year, balance low of 35.02. That is our extreme low. However, we've managed to bring ourselves into a kind of a more contracted trading range, a smaller range that we're trading inside of on a recent monthly basis. So 4-month balance is what we're going to call it. So right now, 4-month balance is what we are in. We're going to use last month, February, high of 42.0850. That 41.41 level, big area in my opinion, need to find acceptance above that before we decide to rotate up higher. And then today, or not today, and then using December of last year's low, 37.8850 is our 4-month balance low. I wasn't going to use January because it is so close to that December low. I figured if we were to get that, the line in the sand for me would be the 37.8850 level. And once we got that, you would begin to one-time frame down on the monthly. So right now, the trading range has gotten quite smaller, right? 42.0850 to 37.8850. Extremes are 43.2755 and 35.02 is our extreme balance. So just chop it around inside this from a monthly standpoint. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video, so hopefully you guys stick around and are able to benefit from this video. This is our weekly chart. Looking inside it, right? We've been kind of trending up. Let me get this thing to a default so you can kind of see. We've been trending upward over the past several weeks. Broke this downward trend line from last year. But what's been occurring is we hit a roadblock around the 4,200 level and we rolled over, began to one-time frame down. We came back into a balance, and that is what we are still in on the weekly. We are in a 3-week balance, and I do not think I've up. Oh, yep. There's our balance. So that is what I had our balance at. We're going to say that we stretched the balance high upwards of, let me bring this back up. So far the week, we're going to say we stretched our balance high to 40.80 to 25. So let's go ahead and edit this. 30 point. You got to give, sometimes you got to give some leeway. But for now, we're going to say we stretched the balance high. Now that's going to be firmly where our balance high is. So we're in a 3-week balance high of 40.82.25, balance low of 39.31. So you want to see, if you're a seller, you want to see us take out the balance low and begin to slowly set lower lows and lower highs. And that's kind of what's occurring in the short term right now, right? We've been setting in higher or lower highs over the past several weeks, more recently, and a lower low. So do we set another lower low and another lower high as a possibility? Are we at the cusp of identifying another downward trend? Because here recently we've been setting higher highs and higher low. What you don't want to see is us get back below this 37.8850, which is our balance low, our monthly, excuse me, words are hard. Our monthly balance low. That's not what you want to see us get back below, that 37.8850. So if you were to take out the weekly balance low, your next destination is that monthly balance low of 37.8850. And that is where things can get dangerous for bulls, for the buyers, because anybody that bought on this dip will now begin to panic and get out of their trades. Now, tomorrow we have Jerome Powell come out tomorrow with some news. And then today we also had him testifying. So that caused a little bit of volatility on the day. Let's go into our daily. Now the daily, firmly back into a balance. We're trading inside our weekly balance, but if we go to our daily, excuse me, we had been in a balance, broke out of the balance 1-2 days, and then came back into a balance. So we were one time framing up 2 days in a row, got to the 20-day moving average, couldn't hold above it. If you guys can see that there, could not hold above the 20-day moving average, and we rolled back over, tested the 50 and got below it. Next stop as far as moving averages go is 39.48, where the 200-day moving average is. So let's go ahead and one thing you can notice here is we do kind of have a break and a retest of the previous balance area, but we do need to adjust this and get this correct. If it will let me select it. So now our balance high is 82.25. Our balance low is going to be today's low of 83.50. Is that, yep, no, 82.50, excuse me. 82.50. So that'll be our daily balance low, 82.50. So if tomorrow we take that out, we'll be one time framing down. Our balance high, 82.25, 40.82.25 is our balance high. So if we're in a 3-day balance, if we were to take out the low tomorrow, we will begin to take back this massive trend day from where we found a bounce and a little bit of support the first time at that 200-day moving average. So we'll see if we find some more support there again. Like I said, today's volatility was pretty high. A lot of people like myself got hurt if you were not disciplined. So tomorrow, with the news coming out, we'll look to see if sellers take control and we begin to one time frame down from our month or our daily balance. Something to note: we've been setting lower highs on the daily. A lower low has been placed in. Do we create another lower low and then get back below this trend line? That is the question, right? So in the midterm or in the interim, we kind of have a little bit of a downward trend, right? A little bit of a downward trend. It's not what you want to see as a buyer, someone who wants to be bullish in this market. It's not what you're wanting to see. So daily balance, 3-day balance, looking to roll over. All right. Now let's go into the 30-minute time frame today and review what happened. As there is a lot to talk about. And you'll have to excuse me on clicking on my little tool button down here. My scroll wheel is not working properly on my mouse, so I will have to look into buying another one. So let's get into the nitty gritty here of what the 30-minute time frame looked like on the profile stance. You have to ignore me for not having any of my time frames labeled, but at this point you should know how it goes: A, B, C, D, E, all the way down to M. So something to see here, right? We opened up in previous day's range, had a small range in A period, and then in B period opened up. We're going to call this the highest accepted price because it opened up as soon as A period closed, and then we rolled over, took out A's low, began to one-time frame down, and then began to take back this massive trend day up from a few days ago, right? So we started to take, I was saying on Friday that these would become destinations to the downside if we had enough supply. You would look to see if these areas either held or filled, and they became destinations real quick to the downside because as soon as Jerome Powell came out and began testifying, algorithms went crazy, and weak-handed buyers got out of the market and caused a lot of supply. So we came through, took out the previous day's low. We filled one set of single prints while creating our own. And today's price action, filled another set of single prints, continued to take out these single prints until we got into the lower distribution from that massive trend day. So now the next destination is from the gap, where we had a gap on that day as far as sellers go. So we went trend down in B period. So we created a trend day. Started to find we attempted to go trend a few more times late in the or earlier in the morning, but couldn't get much extension to the downside. And sellers got more and more abundant down here, but wasn't getting paid very much. And as soon as we ran a stop In F period, we ran E stops, we ran D stops. Soon as we did that, we popped up for a nice afternoon rally high, which is where I got short because earlier in the day I was attempting to fade this. I had no faith in the sellers. I felt like I got opinionated. I was biased, more a better term. I was biased and did not feel like we should have done what we did as drastically as I did. But I should have just given the sellers what was due. Did not pay attention to my checklist, as sellers had everything in their favor. They had one time framing down. They had a set of single prints above. They had a highest accepted price. Um, they took out the overnight low. They took out the initial balance low. So they had the opening. So sellers had a lot in their favor. They had value lower. So I should have been hopping on any pop up sell side, but instead I was attempting to fade and I got cut up pretty good. I was not disciplined. I did not pay attention to my notes and I started trading with my emotions and got caught up in these time frames here. However, I took a minute step away and then realized that on the next pop up would be a very good opportunity to take a short. At the time, halfback was right around 29. You had VWAP that was right around the 40 20 27 level. 40.27 was VWAP. And then you had halfback at around 40.29. So my idea was to get short near VWAP, and then use halfback as my out. So because at that point, the buy pressure really would have stepped in and we might have filled the upside single prints. However, seller stepped into the market because as soon as this popped up, as quick as it came up, and it came up in a quick fashion, I mean, in less than 30 seconds, this thing popped up 10 to 15 points. And anybody that was trying to sell, they covered quickly. And right here, anybody that did buy down at the lows were exiting their positions, causing some supply, as well as people like myself who look for an afternoon rally high. I sold at the 40.24.75 level, just a one lot, and I was trading the minis. That's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. If you're trading the mini contracts, the E-mini, be prepared to be absolutely destroyed sometimes. And that's what happened in these time frames. By 11 o'clock, I was down $1,300. And then by the end of the day, because I faded late in the day, I was down roughly $3,000. So anyway, back to the trade. So shorted here, and we came down in a quick fashion. We came right down to 40.18, 40.17.75 real quick, just as quick as we popped up, and I exited my position. Now, normally, had I been trading micros, I would have taken a 5 lot and then maybe added on the way down and not have exited this trade, because that's what I did on these days, right? I was trading around 5 lots of the micros and then added on the way up with each confirmation of single print to the upside. However, I didn't do that. I scalped out real quick. But granted, normally that's my bread and butter type of trade right there. Afternoon rally high, look for the short, we roll over, and typically with a true trend day and everything in the favor of sellers, you will go and make new lows on the day. And sure enough, we did that later in the day, even creating another set of single prints. So we go 1, 2, 3, triple distribution on the day, and created lows, even getting into the price probe from that massive trend day up. Filled the gap, so that goes bye-bye. And we got into the price probe where we attempted to find buyers right near that next set of single prints from the other trend day. That's the trend day I'm talking about. If we take out our balance low here, you will go and fill these sets of single prints. And there's a massive one here in that I period. You'll look to target if we get below the 200-day moving average. Now, you go out with today's high, a highest accepted price. I'm going to label it as such because it was so powerful, and we did create a triple distribution day, highest accepted price, pretty powerful thing. One set of single prints here, afternoon rally high in F period, and then another set of single prints late in the day. So let's go ahead and mark these destinations. go over some if-then statements, and prepare for tomorrow. So we have today's low. Don't know why things are not snapping. Give me a second. It should be. Huh. Give me 1 second. Oop. Okay, that's why we're not snapping. All right. So we have today's low of 82.50, which is also our 3-day balance low. So we'll label it as such. 82.50. Boom. Ignore that sound. What we got here? 3-day. Let's just say balance low. Balance low 3, 7, 23. Low day as well. And you want to find buyers here, right? So we're going to label it green. And for the first upside set of single prints, they start at 39.98. And I do recommend, if you guys are paying attention, anybody that does make it to the end of these videos, to mark these destinations on your 30-minute chart, because you'll look to find sellers here if they are present tomorrow. Single print start. Label today's date. They fill at this low here at 99.50. Single prints fill here. Ooh. And you probably will not find anywhere else on YouTube where they give out destinations like this, in the sense of like marking it on the chart, showing you exactly where it's going to be. We have the afternoon rally high up here in F period at 40.27 even. Afternoon rally high. Textbook afternoon rally high, because we have a set of single prints above. So that is a textbook afternoon rally high. And we have a set of single prints below. So this next set of single prints above start at C's high of 39.50. 39.50 is where the next set of single prints start. Boom. Whoa, what am I doing? And they fill at A period's low of 48 even. Come on. Single prints fill here. Boom. And then we have a highest accepted price in B period of 50.50. Definitely don't want to get back above that level, because if you do, you are more than likely taking out the previous day's high. 3, 7. Highest accepted price, and then you have today's high at 54 even. 40.54 is today's high. So triple distribution, upper distribution being all of A's high, or A's range from 40.54 to 40.48. Then you have the middle distribution, which is a large distribution, which if nothing occurs tomorrow, you can expect a lot of chop inside this area. But from 40.39.50 down to 39.99.50. And then the lower distribution at 39.98 to 39.82.50. So tomorrow, if you open up in the lower distribution and cannot take out the balance low and today's low, then you will look to fill the set of single prints and get into the middle distribution. If you continue to find short covering and momentum buyers, you will test 40.27 afternoon rally high, where you could potentially take a quick scalp short there, because if there was you want to see if there are still sellers there today after they were, or tomorrow because they were there today. Get above that, you will test the set of single prints above in B period 40, 39, 50, and then fill at 40, 48 even. And then highest accepted price, which you do not want to see above 40, 50, 50, especially in 1 day's time. If you do that, you will take out the day's high and look to rotate up even higher. Now, tomorrow for the downside, if we take out, open up in the lower distribution or with a gap, you will look to take out today the balance low. You'll be one time frame down on the daily time frame, and then you'll look to fill the next set of single prints, which start at 81.25. They fill at 80.70 or 39.79.75. Next set 39.71.25, 39.69.75 where they fill, and then the large set here at 39.68.25, 39.54.50 is where they fill. Large amount of structure there that needs to be filled in with volume and price, right? And then below that is the afternoon pullback low from that day, 39.42.25. And I need to relabel this because it is no longer our balance low. And then you have the low of day down here at 39.31. So I know this was a long video, as most of mine are long. If you made it to the end, you are an absolute trooper. I appreciate you watching. Stick around for more, hopefully better trades. Hopefully more me making money, being more disciplined. Remember, discipline is the key to trading in this environment. If you are not disciplined, you will reap the losses. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. See you.